Okay, race 6 yesterday at Flemington was run under the Group 1 weight for age MACKINNON Stakes over 2,000 metres, and the winner of that race was Thesio. I mean, he's been a nice horse for a long time. He ran 5th in the Cox Plate last weekend, you know, beaten less than 3 lengths, so it was a good run considering the fact that he pulled for more rain the whole way. He settled a lot better yesterday and won, and what are your thoughts on that, Sue?
I thought it was a good deserved win for a very good horse. It's an extremely underrated horse. I think he's got under all of our guards this time in Thesio because you know, he's come out now and won an Epsom. He's run a gallant 5th in the Cox Plate when ridden appallingly, and he's now come out and won a MACKINNON Stakes. So he's now one of the elite performers in Australia at weight for age level, and a thoroughly deserved win, and a great win again for Gai Waterhouse. A good effort from her to be able to peak the horse at the Epsom, but keep him going through to the Cox Plate and now the MACKINNON. So I think he's going to be one of the premier weight for age horses up to 2,000 metres in the autumn. So they've got a lot to look forward to.
He's always been a horse with pretty good constitution. I remember he won the Queen's Cup or something like that in Brisbane over 2,200 metres, a Premier's Cup.
Premier's Cup, yeah.
Last winter. So he could always sort of, very versatile, isn't he?
Very versatile, and by Danewin, and I think you know, the Danewin's such a good stallion. Unfortunately, he's a horse that's always had fertility issues and therefore has never covered huge books. But his statistics are fantastic. You know, stakes winners to runners. He's a very good horse to breed to, Danewin, if you're wanting to get a quality horse. He throws a lot of good bone, and Thesio is the perfect example of that. I thought yesterday Barbarica's run was outstanding. Franked his Caulfield Cup form, showed that it wasn't a fluke. He is a genuine lightweight chance in the Melbourne Cup. Sounds crazy to think that about a Lion Hunter, and I think that's part of the reason why the horse starts at big odds in these sort of races. People look at Lion Hunter and they think, no way you can throw a stayer. But this horse, I think, is going to run a cheeky race because he's in really good form at the moment, and he's got no weight. He was a winner everywhere but the post yesterday. Yeah, kicked away, showed a good turn of foot. As for the others, not a lot to say about them. I thought Arch Chariot's run was quite good from a stayer's point of view. If you're looking at a horse to throw into multiples for the Melbourne Cup, I thought that was a fairly useful effort. Latorio, the ride yesterday was baffling to me. Didn't really give the horse any chance of winning. Got way too far back, didn't use the barrier, and just was no chance. Like you knew, like 400 metres into the race, you knew he was gone.
Well, the race was run at a moderate tempo. Anyway,
it was.
And like over 2,000 metres at Flemington, they've run almost 2:04.
It's very slow time.
The last 633.8. There's no way a horse would be back in the field could make any ground. Impossible.
I think that's absolutely right, Arvo, and that's why I think Arch Chariot's run was because he did make some steady ground. Never looking like he was going to win the race, but just looking like, that's the kind of horse with over a bit more ground, he might just run a cheeky race, and he can run it 2 mile. As for the others, I'd forget Viewed's run. He just never had a chance given those circumstances, and really never had an opportunity to crack at them. Princess Cope, disappointed again.
She's racing well below her best.
She is. I think with her, what might be the case is that they did peak her for the New Zealand races.
The Kilt Capital.
Yeah, because it's a $2 million race, and they really wanted to win that race.
And the Stoney Bridge before that.
Correct, and she put in phenomenal efforts to win both those. And I just think that she's peaked, and then she's come back to the field, and they haven't been able to peak again. So she's a high quality mare. I know that everyone would have trepidation about backing her again if she came to Australia, but you know, I think that she's already got the score on the board, so I wouldn't knock her too much on yesterday's performance.
Matt would probably love to be here right now and really put the fair though.
You've got to be fair though, eh?
But she's better than what she's shown.
Yeah.
She's far better than what she's shown. Under normal circumstances, if she was firing at her best, and given the conditions of the race, like right to suit her, I'd be betting her to beat these horses in these fields. But unfortunately for her and her connections, she's not going as well as what she could be. But and as you said, like Barbaricus is going super. Sermione, he seems to reserve his best efforts for Flemington.
He does, yeah.
And it was another good effort for him at Flemington. It was a much improved effort. Old Smoking Joe, for an old horse, he put in a fair effort, and Ice Chariot of the rest. Red Ruler's going into. I've been a fan of this horse all along, this Red Ruler, but I was a little disappointed with his effort yesterday going into the Cup on Tuesday.
Is he running? I don't believe is he backing up? I don't think he's running him.
Oh really?
Yeah,
They haven't accepted.
yeah.
Okay, sorry mate. And as for Latorio, we were all on him going into the Caulfield Cup, thinking he's going to be one of Australia's best hopes, but he's tapered off.
He has.
He really has tapered off, and yeah, I sort of won't
Gone the wrong way.
I think he has gone the wrong way, but I think we've probably covered the MACKINNON Stakes. Is there anything else we need to say?
All I would say is that, again, without taking too much away from the winner and possibly the runner-up, this really highlights to me the lack of depth in our weight for age racing.
Guaranteed.
This type of a field, really, it's Group 2 standard field, and it's running around in a MACKINNON Stakes. So hopefully these good 3-year-olds that are coming through the ranks will add a bit of depth. The Samantha misses.
Well, there's a massive void they need to fill.
Isn't there?
There's a massive void they need to fill, and like you say, hopefully with the Hubagotchis and a few of the others coming through.
Racing's a bit flat at the moment.
It's terrible, mate, and I'm glad to see the Europeans here. Despite the fact what Bart's been saying, I'm glad to see him here, because our Melbourne Cup, it would be jumpers flat. It would be. So I'm glad to see him here, mate. Anyway, I think we've said enough about the MACKINNON Stakes.